Hey ladies, it's Barbara and I am your menopause drama mama. I decided this year, since it's a new year and it's going to be all about a new us, um, I'm trying to come up with new ideas. So I thought that Mondays I would make it a motivational Monday for you. And today I want to talk about um, basically, it's like that. It's the new saying that I hear all the time now is you're not broken. And you know what? We're not broken, even though we went into menopause, even though it feels like our body is breaking down into every single way possible. But, we have to view it a different way now. And so I kind of thought, you know what? We're not broken. We're just becoming a new version of who we used to be. And today, I want to talk about like it's time to stop fighting this thing we're going through, this whole menopause and all these symptoms, starting from perimenopause to hitting menopause to postmenopause. And instead of fighting our body, we have to start listening to our body and listening to it on what is it saying to us. The brain fog, are you having hot flashes or night sweats, or are you having heart palpitations? Are you having high anxiety, panic attacks, all those things that you probably didn't have before. But now, when your body is doing these things that it didn't do before, it's telling you something. And when it's telling you something, that means there's a red flag and we have to listen to it. So you have to, figure out what's going on. And most of it all is because of low estrogen, you know, after postmenopause, a few years into it. Now we don't experience it all the same way, but for me, it was within the 5 years postmenopause that I pretty much lost all my estrogen, and everything and anything you could think of went wrong with me. So getting on HRT for me really helped. But I did so much research on everything else, on holistic and natural things and vitamins and supplements and teas and mushroom coffee, that I thought, all of these things were beneficial. So I kept incorporating that into my life with my HRT. Um, so now that we're, changing, our body is completely changing and it's a new version of us and it's going to stay this way now for the rest of our life. Um, we need to listen to it. So now it's time to nourish our body and not restrict it. So we should have more proteins, eating in every meal if you can. Um, Incorporate healthy fats, olive oil, avocados, and different nuts are really good for you. Focus on that blood sugar, because now when you have a large intake of sugar, it does not penetrate into your cells for energy. So you have to watch your sugar intake. And now that it does not penetrate into your cells for energy, what it's doing is turning into visceral fat around your organs. So you have to be extremely mindful of that. Also, it's important to stay very hydrated. And for me, I like to add electrolytes into my water. And you can do that, getting minerals. You can add Himalayan salt, or you can buy like Element, which is LMNT. And there's a variety of different electrolyte powders that you can add into your water so you can become more hydrated during your day. Next up is trying to calm your nervous system down, because in menopause, our nervous system, drives all of these kind of issues that are going on in our body besides the low estrogen. And it's not just a hormonal thing going on in our body. So it's really, really important to get our nervous system intact. And maybe that will be doing some breathing exercises, and you can find those on YouTube, how to Like you breathe in so many seconds and then hold and then exhale another so many seconds. So that would be really good to calm your nervous system down. Maybe gently walking, taking a nice walk outside in nature if it's not too cold outside for you. Um, and also reducing that stimulation before you go to bed. So perhaps not watching TV up until the last moment you go to bed, or looking on your iPhone or your iPad or computer, or doing, basically work. If you have a job and you're still working at home on your job, don't take that all the way up into the last second before you go to bed. You want to calm down your nervous system. You don't want to be thinking about what's going on for the next day. You want to calm yourself down so you can have a relaxing night's sleep. And that is literally what you want the most, is have a really good restful night's sleep and get that 7 to 8 hours in so your body can go into that healing mode while you're sleeping. Um, and also, reduce stimulation or stimulants before you go to bed. So don't have coffee, don't have the tea that has caffeine in it. Don't, do things that is going to stimulate that brain so it won't be able to calm down when you crawl into bed. And also, if you need to, especially on the weekend, don't feel guilty and about taking a nap. I love to take a good nap every once in a while on the weekend. It feels really good and really refreshing. So do that. Do that. Set aside that time for yourself and don't feel guilty about it. Also, build strength, start slowly, do some strength exercising with some weights. You don't have to do anything strong right away, especially if you're not used to it. So start with maybe light weights and do some resistance training. You do not have to get into that cardio, but I would do something that would help, like, support your bone structure. So maybe that would be walking, or if you have some steps at home, go up and down the stairs so that way you can, your bones can get that impact. And instead of those osteoclasts chewing down more of your bone, you can get those osteoblasts to build up more of your bone. So get off your little heinies and do a little work for yourself and get that body going. So also, support your hormones naturally if you can. Like I said, I do use HRT, but I also support my hormones naturally. I prioritize my sleep every night in bed pretty much by 9 o'clock. So about 8:30, I'm winding down, I'm brushing my teeth, washing my face, doing things that I need to do to calm my body down. And, usually I will sit and I will read before bed. And also, just do things that will basically give you a very calm, restful night sleep. You don't want to eat like real what do I want? Inflammatory foods before you go to bed. Do things to support your hormones. Especially don't eat too many of those inflammatory foods at all during your whole day. Also, consider using magnesium glycinate or magnesium L-threonate. The L-threonate is the one that crosses your brain blood barrier, and the glycinate is what's going to help you sleep, through the night. That would be really, really good for you, so you don't wake up not feeling restful or having an overload on your brain when you wake up like you just didn't get a good night's sleep. So magnesium glycinate, I highly recommend that one for you. Also, get in those omega-3s and do a collagen powder. Now, the one I am taking has collagen with, I think it's the Verisol. Now I can't remember exactly, but I'll put a link up to it down below in my description box, because we definitely need collagen to help with the rebuilding of that elastin in our body, the skin and our muscles. So also in the joints for your tendons. So that would really help. So add a collagen into your daily routine, and get a non-flavored one, and you can add it into your coffee or your tea in the morning, whatever you are drinking, so you can start that day with something good in your body. um, Also, speak differently to yourself. Don't feel like you're just going to have a shitty day because of the way you wake up. Speak differently. Instead of saying, what's wrong with me, just go with like what's changing inside of me, and what does my body need for me right now that I can do for it to help. Also, how about stop comparing yourself to your younger self, because that younger self is gone, never coming back. We are in this new phase of life that will last us forever until we die. So don't think about what you can do to be that younger version. Go with what you are right now and build on it, and be a stronger woman for who you are right now as you get older. Also, just honor that version, that you are a wiser woman now too than you were in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. And if you're like me, I'm in my 60s now, so I'm wiser than I was in my 50s. um, Also, let's allow yourself to grieve that um, life that you used to have, because I know it was very painful going through menopause for me. I hated it. I hated life every single day. It sucked. All over sucked. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, life sucked after I went into full blown menopause. So, I grieved that whole time because I was, in so much pain. I was just feeling like desperate every day of my life. So let yourself grieve that you are not who you were before, but listen to what you're going through and how you can fix those things that are going on in your body. And especially, try and find that menopause doctor, a woman or a man who's ever had expertise in studying menopause. That's what you need, because that's the only person that I think is going to be able to help us during our menopause years. And I always attach in that description box also. It's all doctors that's in Menopause Society. And there's a link where you can find a practitioner in their drop down menu, and you just put in your city, your state, your country, and then it will give you a whole list of doctors that have taken this exam to be in Menopause Society. Um, Also, during this time, since I'm coming up with this new year, new you, um, and these new ideas, this is the completely renovated bedroom now that I did. From what it was before, it was a hot mess for many years. I had my new flooring put in. I redid all the walls. I painted my ceiling. I have that in other videos, but I did all the woodwork in white, all my doors in white. I bought new shades, new blinds, new bed. Those cabinets that are next to the bed here, they used to be tall. My son helped, he cut them down. Now I'm just going to repaint them so they match the bed or the walls. I'm not sure which that I'll do. And I will order some new dressers for in my bedroom next. But, do something different. If you don't think, if you, that a room is too much to do, try it. Try doing some painting and something different, a complete renovation yourself if you can. Also, I put that up on my wall. That is my reminder every single day that I am grateful, I am thankful, and I am blessed. So every single day when I walk into my bedroom, I will now clearly and intentionally feel that I am grateful, I am thankful, and I am blessed in my life, no matter what I have been going through. That I know that I can find something that I am grateful for during my day. And the more times that you come up with something that you feel grateful for or thankful for or that you are blessed for during your day, it will multiply 1,000 times fold for you, and all those blessings will just keep multiplying for you. So that is what I plan on doing now. And that was my basically my motivational Monday now. I put that up today. I want to be reminded of that. So in my home, I am going to find more inspirational things. I found a couple on Amazon that I can do this vinyl wall art and put it up in my room or up in other, areas in my house. So I can be reminded every single day of positive and inspirational things in my life. And if you want, like for me, I read now more. And these are just a few. I have so many books I have in my little library here. But this was the one that I was reading. It's the newest one by Rhonda Burns. And it is 21 Days to Riches, or the Countdown to 21 Days of Wealth Attracting Habits, Riches. This was a brand new book she just got out. I bought it for my sister Deborah also for Christmas. So this is something that I've been reading. I finished it, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to read it again. This book I have read, I don't know how many times, but Dr. Wayne Dyer, I love him as an author, and this is The Power of Intention. Things that you can literally intend into your life every single day. Intend it. Intend how your day is going to go for you. And another wonderful book by Dr. Wayne Dyer is Excuses Be Gone. Great book, because I know I was one of those people that could find an excuse for anything to not have to do it. Whether it was exercising, you can figure, well, I don't have time for it. Basically, taking my vitamins or my supplements or whatever and just saying, well, I keep forgetting because of blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do that. Excuses be gone. Let that be something that you can follow in this life. And I have also his CDs, and you can get that too. If you don't want to sit and read, sit and listen to this. Now, this is something great if you want to get into. So at night, take a nice hot bath and put in a CD of Dr. Wayne Dyer's and listen to Excuses Be Gone. And this one is actually a 7 CD set lecture. So it's positive, it's inspirational, and it can help you, basically kind of mesh into your new life now of being in menopause. And the more things that you do that are more positive can only help you. And, whether that is taking, getting into supplements, getting into vitamins, drinking tea, mushroom coffee, whatever it is, reading inspirational books, things that can help you now in menopause. So anyway, ladies, that's it. All summarized up, motivational Mondays I will do for you during our menopause years on ways that we can become a better version of ourselves, until the day we die, because we are living in our menopause years forever now. And we cannot go over it. We can't go under it. We can't go through it, but we sure can thrive during these years. Okay, ladies, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you a dime or a penny. And hit that bell below my video if you want to hear more or see more of my videos. After I do them, you'll get a notification. Okay, ladies, enjoy your day. Love you. And I will hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.